And then the sad stuff, the Cardinal players. Let's look at pitching first. I don't want to be depressed just yet. We'll end on depression. So in terms of wins, you've got two guys with 14, Gray with 11, Bueller, a good chance to get to 10 wins. A great addition for us. I do wish that you could see the total separated so you could see how he did just as a Cardinal, but he's been really good for us. 8-2 on the year altogether, ERA of 2.48, whip 1.14, 10 quality starts, complete game shutout. And he's been really good. And the reason we got him is to strengthen the rotation going into the postseason so we can go 4 strong. Like what we've gotten out of him. Miles, sure, he's starting to fade, but this is the first ballot franchise Hall of Famer, in my opinion. 14 wins, doing what he always does, super, super reliable. ERA is sub 2.5, whip is around 1. Like, this is just what Miles does. Very, very reliable. Sonny Gray, 34. He has the 10 years plus service, so you'd expect a decline, but he's pitched pretty well too. 11 wins. Doesn't have the win total that some of the other guys in the rotation have. I mean, he's behind by a couple, but his ERA, 2.53. His whip is sub 1. Another guy that's been very, very reliable. See 16 quality starts. Very happy with his performance. Helsley is an interesting one. Attribute-wise, he looks pretty good. The home run per 9 is up, +3 there. But he has 7 blown saves, giving up 9 home runs, and I feel like he's in the mix right now where his hits allowed are home runs, so it's very concerning, especially going into the postseason. Still, whip and ERA are looking damn good. 47 out of 54, can't really complain about that. He's been reliable, just would like to see the home run total just stop going up as fast as it's been going. But then some other guys have pitched well. Just the bullpen in general at the end has been very good. Gallegos, almost 1 for an ERA. He's been super reliable in the setup role, as has Jojo Romero. He had a rough start to the season, but since then he's been lights out, sub 2, sub 1 whip. The only concern is Kittredge. He struggled greatly in the second half of the season. His ERA was around 1, and I feel like he's been spotty in the second half of the season. One of the reasons why we got Ryan Pressler. I don't know what to expect from him. We'll have him back soon, so I'll get to see him in action, but I am hopeful that he can be productive. No, he doesn't have a sinker, doesn't have a high heat fastball, but he has solid velocity. Hopefully he'll fit in the pen. We'll have enough time with him to kind of figure out what his role will be going into the postseason. Oh boy, position players. This is where it's depressing. Just look at all the snowflakes here. Everyone's cold. Not as cold as it was before. At one point we had 7 guys in the month of August that were cold. A lot of problems here. Goldie. Wow, look at that decline. Maybe I should have traded him at the deadline. Yikes. Yeah, I really don't have a comment. Maybe I really should have traded him. See, 16 home runs, 54 runs driven in, but that batting average, even the OBP, it's been a huge struggle with him in the month of August. I think he batted sub 200. There was a graphic at one point where he was batting 143 in the month of August, and that was not early on. That was past the halfway point. That's very frustrating. Once he hit 2,000, got his 2,000th hit, he cooled off. Arenado, though, heating up. Vision is down. That sucks. But he's still being productive. He had a slow July. August has picked up some. So he may break 100 runs batted in. I didn't have anyone that had that last season, so maybe he'll be able to break it. He's 21 shy. Batting average is starting to tick up. He dropped into the 230s, but now it's up to 244. So we'll see. 20 home runs, not the worst at all. Carp just came off the IL, sorry. Kind of see what he has. Not the greatest of seasons, but he does have 22 home runs, driven in 61 runs. he's going to be on the roster. He's going to, hit every day. So hopefully September will end up being a good month and 3 home runs shy of 200. Polanco, not going to really spotlight anybody else here, but Polanco, you see 237. At the bottom of the order, moved him down instead of having him bat 6th, 7th. That's been better. He's been more productive there. Gorman, I lied about spotlighting. I'll spotlight him. Things started out well with him. And then we have where he's batting 225. Dude was second in the team in batting average behind Newbar, who's batting above 300. Like at his peak, he was batting almost 270, and he literally has fallen off a cliff. It is, I can't even describe in words how sad it is to watch. 27 home runs, yes, but 169 strikeouts, and the more he plays, the closer he's going to get to like 230, not even 200, 230. So it's a concern, especially going into the postseason. Contreras, productive. Donovan, super productive. He was batting sub 200. He hit really well during Carp's injury, so he has made his way back into the lineup. Newbar kind of cooling off, but still batting above 300. Quan? Question mark. Added him at the deadline. He's had his ups and downs. I don't even know how to describe it. He did have some hits in the last game, so that kind of helps out, but we've got him to be a top of the order guy, get on base, and his fielding. The fielding has been good. He has stolen some bases, but I'm going to need that average and OBP to go up, especially if he's going to be batting leadoff going forward. And then Carlson, the last guy that I'll make mention of here, doesn't have a ton of stats, but again, when Carp went down, Donovan and Carlson were going to have to play Newbar as well. Carlson really stepped in and was productive, helpful in the outfield, clearly with his fielding much better than Jordan Walker. And then the production at the plate. Batting 250, again, smaller sample size because not a ton of at-bats. But in spots where he had to be inserted into the lineup, he was very productive, and definitely will be happy to have him as a bench bat in the postseason.